And as you guys are talking, I'll pull it up. Davey's got his mask. I got my mask right over with Kane Hodder's signature, of course.
Oh,
so
mine's
I don't know
not
if Nick has a
signed.
mask. I don't know, but yeah,
not next to me right now. No.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Jason Universe Jason. I'm pretty bummed out.
But can you hear me if I talk like? I think you could probably hear me, right? The controversy, and some people said, is it really controversy? I think it is. And I think you can kind of unpack this whole thing to, from a superficial level. They put out, was it Horror Inc. that put this out? I haven't fully read the story, but I think it was Horror Inc. that put this out. Going forward, this is going to be our future look of Jason. And I guess the elephant in the room, first thing I'm going to talk about is Vincent Desante. I did my own little homework here because I did see, like, Vincent posted a few things on, and he's not like calling anybody out. I read through his post, really respectful. And people have opinions on the mask and whatnot, but I looked and I pulled up every version of Jason's costume throughout all the movies where it's Jason with the hockey mask to compare to this. And I got to say, Vincent's design is the closest to this new design that they're going for, which is alarming since, and I don't want to look like I'm throwing shade at anybody here, but it's alarming that Greg Nicotero is attached to this. But that's just a name. Maybe he just said, yeah, you can throw my name on there, but maybe he really has nothing to do with it. I don't know. I'm still processing it all because what are we doing? We don't have a movie announcement. I don't think we have like a game announcement or anything, but it's weird to announce. That'd be like saying, okay, Michael Myers going forward. Oh, by the way, we don't have a movie. We don't have a TV, anything going right now, but let's go ahead. This is what Michael Myers is going to look like going forward. You see what I'm saying? I don't like Nick. What do you make of all this? It's kind of strange. I'll pull up the story in a minute, but I just wanted to get you guys like face value ideas first.
So last night I edited the video that I'm going to drop tomorrow on it. And it's pretty much just a rant from somebody that's not even a diehard Friday fan. It's my least favorite of the big three series. Like that's it. I mean, I love Nightmare and Halloween though. So that's not saying much, but it is basically in the video. And what I said a little bit on the podcast with Christian yesterday, because we touched on it at the end of our episode, was like, I think this is a waste of everybody's time. I really feel like this is, I don't know if the cynical side of me wants to say it's a cash grab. It's an opportunity to try to drum up some hype about Jason and the franchise writ large so you can sell more merchandise. Because I just don't feel like anybody almost 2 decades now into this like abyss of Friday the 13th. I don't think anybody at this point should ever think that they know what they're doing or that they're even going to do anything, because in their defense, they don't really know what they can or cannot do. But to that point, then why the hell are you doing this elongated, drawn out announcement of logos and new designs and all this shit and empty platitudes of this is what we're going to use for future projects? What future projects? Can you tell me about some of them? Oh, no, you can't, because you have no idea what you're doing. So I actually I posted the other day about it, and I just said this is a waste of everybody's time. I didn't get on X for like 3 days. And then when I got on, I was like, holy shit, this got some traction. I had like 50 replies. And there's people in there like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like, this is what they're going to use for future movies. That's what they said. And I didn't reply to any of these people. But I was just sitting here thinking like, and you believe them? Like you actually are like, yeah, they're going to do this because they said they're going to. No, they've been doing this dance for 15 years. Like at some point, stop listening to what they're telling you, because it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's a waste of everybody's time. It's not even getting into the minutia of like, oh, I don't like the design. I don't like the number of holes in the mask. I don't like the shape of the eyes. Like I saw people going down those rabbit holes, and I understand why. They're probably bigger Friday fans than me. But on the whole, I'm just like, why are we even doing this? Like I only call it X because I didn't want someone to fucking tell me to call it Twitter, guys. Okay. I still call it Twitter in my personal life. I still call it Twitter. Okay. But
I can't give up Twitter.
Yeah, I can't either. I just didn't want, I I knew someone would have said it. Like, oh, it's X. Anyway. But yeah.
No, but Nick, you literally said, like, I think a couple of streams ago, like we were talking about some other update, but you said there could be no news on the Friday front, but for some reason we'll still get news every month. And your theory was right, because here we are getting this news about, okay, now Jason's going to look like this. It's like it's like promoting something, but you haven't done the work for it yet. You know, and I see this on YouTube too. Like some people, they'll say, hey guys, I got this, and this plan, and I got all these thumbnails made up, and I got this and this, and then crickets for the next 2-3 months is nothing. You know, that's kind of what this feels like with what they're doing with Jason. And I agree with Nick. Everybody's debating the mask and debating the look. I don't care about that right now, because I mean, every single look of Jason is different. And at the end of the day, all that matters is the movie good? If we have a kick-ass Jason movie come out, and by chance he has that outfit, by the way, slip a check to Vincent Desante, I'm fine with it. I don't care. You know, it's not like I have to have the mask exactly a certain way. You know, maybe it's because I'm not like Halloween's my number one. Jason might be my number two. I don't know. I love the franchise, but I don't get all upset with the look of the mask, as long as they don't veer too far off, you know. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I don't know. I just think that I personally find it disrespectful to fans of the series. I really do, because I just don't think they actually have a roadmap. Because as soon as you announce a movie, you know what's going to happen? It's going to get tied up in litigation. As soon as they announce something, either party is going to sue the other one. And someone might go, well, how? Didn't they settle this? They settled it in the sense that Victor Miller can use things that are derivative from his IP, his original script. So then if they announce a movie, Sean Cunningham can go, I'm suing you because this is not derivative of your script. And then we're back in another legal. I mean, it's just, I don't think people understand that this is so much murkier than we even know, which is why you're not getting any news about it, real news about it, because I just don't think anything's going to happen in their life. And as long as they're alive, I don't think anything's going to happen. I really don't.
They're basically squirting lighter fluid from like 10 feet away at a fire that's dying. And they're just trying to get a little bit of a flame going. But I guarantee you got lawyers on both sides of it, and they're watching each other's every move. And you know, if you step out of line, okay, stop. Yeah, we can't do that.
Well, I mean, one of the lawyers is an executive producer on the Crystal Lake TV show. Victor Miller's actual lawyer is now an executive producer. So that's how gross that this shit is getting right now. And these people, you know, I'm generally pretty positive on my channel and everything, but all the bumps in the road and the false starts with the Crystal Lake TV show, I covered that pretty heavily on the channel compared to, I don't do much news there, but that stuff just really grinds my gears. Yeah. And I gotta say, the way the Horror Inc. people are going about things makes me it just makes me feel so much better about the way A24 is handling the Crystal Lake TV show, because these guys have lost the friggin' plot. They are off their collective rockers. You know, like Nick said, just I don't really care about like keychains and gizmos and gadgets and all that kind of crap. And guys, Greg Nicotero was involved in making one of the worst masks we've ever seen ever. The guy is amazing at special effects, but do not forget the alien mask from Halloween H2O. That's a K&B mask. That's the last one that he touched. That is the most atrocious. I would take the CGI mask over the K&B mask. What the hell is going on with that mask? So to let him anywhere near this thing, and I guarantee this is what happened. Hey, Greg, here's a laptop. We opened up Photoshop. Just in the generate thing, will you type what you want Jason to look like? And that's the Greg Nicotero stamp of approval, because this thing has AI written all over it.
Oh, it does.
They are, you know, like Vin had said, they've been super gracious letting him do his thing. They haven't stopped him from doing his Never Hike Alone movies, which is the one good thing that these rights holders have done. But Vin doesn't want to say it because, you know, he's got reason not to, but I'll say it. Like, this is straight up, it's the Womp Stomp, Never Hike Alone Jason with a bad mask.
I'll say it too, man. Davey, it's wrong to do it, because somebody, I don't know if everybody knows, but somebody knows that Never Hike Alone movies are in our community. They're really successful. Everybody talks about them. Yeah. And I guarantee you somebody saw that and said, let's rip that off. and that's what they did. It's pretty much a blatant ripoff of Vincent's design,
and really,
it's shocking.
Just give him a spot at the table. You don't just bringing in Vin doesn't mean he's going to call all the shots or anything. But I think it's high time that they bring him into the room, give him a seat at the table. He knows, not only does he know what the fans want because he's such a well-educated fan, he's also a great filmmaker, a storyteller, a producer. He's helped other people get their projects up and off the ground, like Cecil Laird with Dylan's New Nightmare, like was instrumental in making that happen, and other projects that aren't fan films, you know? So, and not only that, as he's making Never Hike Alone, he's listening to the fans, he's, you know, curating opinions and taking all of that in, because he ultimately, the goal was to make something that the fans would love, which he successfully did to the utmost degree. So I really, to me at this point, it seems almost like passive aggressive or sort of like sour grapes that they just don't want to let him have a voice in there.
I think it's sour grapes for sure.
Yeah, it's just let the guy in there. And if you can put that Womp Stomp's involved, all the fans like that are not pumped on this stuff, you're gonna have most of them turn right around and do an about face for you.
Let me read through this for anybody in the chat. And by the way, we got 80 people viewing, guys. This is the most we've ever had on the Hit the Bricks.
Damn, awesome. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, everyone. That's really, and thank you, Steve, for that super chat earlier. Let me read through this real quick. And there's some stuff that I might not know. Okay. Jason Universe reveals new Jason Voorhees designed by makeup effects legend Greg Nicotero. Following our exclusive Jason Universe logo reveal last week, Horror Inc. is continuing its Friday the 13th 45th anniversary celebration with a new take on Jason Voorhees revealed by Adweek. Makeup effects legend Greg Nicotero aided in the redesign. We strive to maintain Jason's original essence while continuing to move forward the future with a defined look and feel that takes Jason into his next chapter. We're also working with both familiar and fresh franchise voices to strike that balance, says Horror Inc. I'm just going to read the quotes here. It's incredibly exciting to bring Jason Voorhees back into the lives of fans in no movie announcement yet, though, such a bold and fresh way. We're thrilled to be working alongside Horror Inc. on the next chapter of the franchise and Jason's legacy, and we share their passion. Together, we're making sure this return delivers everything longtime fans have been craving. In the Launchpad, they talk about Linda Cardellini doing the TV show. So, you know what? Let's try to be positive about this. All right, let's try to be positive.
I'm trying. Oh my! It sounds like politics.
Yeah,
it sounds like a campaign speech.
So we can't be positive until Davey puts on a freaking beanie.
No, I don't have.
Yeah,
any
no,
beanies.
we're 2 for 3.
I have
beanies
baseball hats. I have baseball hats. I can't wear beanies. I sweat too much. I'm sorry. I sweat too much.
Let's act like Horror Inc. has their shit together, and maybe they do, and maybe they got a big plan, and maybe this is the first pebble to that plan. Maybe they have a big plan of releasing either Jason, that's going to be his look in the new Crystal Lake series. Somehow they're going to introduce that Jason somewhere along the line, or B, there's going to be a Jason movie, maybe alongside the TV show or right after maybe the TV show will tie into the movie and that's going to be your look of Jason. In a perfect world, I'm hoping that that's the plan here, that they have an idea of what they're going to do. But you know, I hate to be negative, but if Jason looking like that comes on screen, a lot of it there, you know, there's a lot of people outside of our little thing that they don't even know about Vincent Desante. But a lot of horror fans, and that movie did reach a lot of fans, millions of fans. I don't know. I'd feel kind of sour if I watch that version of Jason on the big screen in a big, you know, freaking New Line Cinema, whatever it is. I'd be like, damn, that's Vincent's fucking design right there in the New Line movie, and with a couple tweaks. So legal, I don't know if I don't know the legal side of things as far as where Vincent is concerned, because he did a fan film. But
yeah, I don't think he has any ground.
Yeah, I don't think he has any ground too, but I think there's a respect factor here. And so I think, you know, this franchise, there's a lot of drama and controversy, and I think this just adds more drama and controversy to it. So I think that's why everybody's kind of befuddled about the whole thing. I don't know. Well, Nick, what do you think, man? I'll stop talking.
Yeah, me too. I'll try.
Nick, save me.
I think they like the conversation. I really do. I think that they enjoy that people are talking about this. But at some point that's gonna wear off. Like it really, really is. We're getting to a point now where it's just been so long that you see a lot of Friday fans that are just dejected, that are like, I just don't know if this is ever going to happen. I'll believe it when I see it. I really don't care anymore. I do think that Vincent and Womstomp, as a whole, I think they've earned a seat at the table because they kept a lot of the love for this franchise alive in the doldrums of this legal battle. And I think if anything, they do. I think he and they have earned that, quite frankly. But that's expecting way more from whoever's behind Horror Inc., Paramount, whatever, New Line. They don't care. They really don't care. They care about money. If they could make a movie without the legal shenanigans, they would have made 15 by now because they know they'll make a shitload of money. And that's why I am cynical about all of it, because I think that they know damn well that they can't, they're writing checks that they can't cash. And it's just disappointing, man. It really is. We get to a point where it's just like, I will say there will be some news relatively soon on Nightmare. I'm pretty confident in saying that. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit after recording about it. But there will be some news with Nightmare sooner rather than later. But I'll tell you what, 5 years from now, I would be willing to bet we still will not have a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I just think that, you guys have said, Vin knows where the compass is pointed at. He knows about this. They just need to bring him in there just to help out. I think that the Crystal Lake show could use it. I think the Jason Universe Horror Inc. people could use it, especially if they are so inspired by his design. Then you might as well bring him in. And I see Mr. Boone says here, I literally had to look up why people are mad. Bros are really crying about him not being a hulking mass right off the bat. I haven't seen any of that. I'm not sure about that. I don't care about Jason being a hulking mass.
Yeah, I agree.
And while Vin was relatively nice on Twitter, I was like all over the place when that came out, where I was just like, you're copying Ghost Jason, and it just looks worse. Like, so what's the point?
And if you take the time to do the research and look at every Jason design, you're gonna land on Vince's, and you're gonna be like, holy shit.
There's just something about it. It's got a look, and this one is definitely reminiscent of that. So I mean, I want good Friday the 13th stuff to come out of this, and I think one of the ways we can get something good is for us to voice our opinions. And I saw Alley Girl and Jason in there with the hashtag We Want Womp Stomp. That I think Vin is just kind of kicked off last Friday. So when Sonic the Hedgehog, when that trailer came out, everyone was like, what the hell is this? And they listened and they made adjustments, and they've made 3 of those movies, and they've been very successful. So it is possible for the fans, I'm mixing fan and Vin, for the fans to have their voices be heard, and for something good to come out of it. So it's not just talking shit for shit talking's sake like people do with stuff like Superman. These are people that actually care and know about this character, that want to see the best thing from it.
Well, hello there. You just watched an outrageous clip from the Hit the Bricks podcast. I really hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more clips, you can click here, or you can click here, and you can just have yourself a ball, all right? And also follow the Hit the Bricks podcast on Spotify as well. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.